History told us one story. In 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America. But what if that famous sentence is completely wrong? What if people had already crossed the Atlantic centuries before Columbus? And what if the real discoverers were erased from history? Tonight, we're uncovering one of history's greatest myths. For generations, school textbooks repeated the same sentence. Christopher Columbus sailed across the Atlantic and discovered the New World. He became one of history's most famous explorers. Statues were built, national holidays were created. His name became legendary. But there's one problem. America wasn't empty. Millions of indigenous people had already lived there for thousands of years. Entire civilizations had cities, governments, trade networks, and rich cultures long before Columbus arrived. So, can someone really discover a land that's already inhabited? Now the mystery becomes even deeper. Nearly 500 years before Columbus, a fearless Viking explorer named Leif Erikson sailed west from Greenland. Ancient Norse sagas spoke of a strange new land they called Vinland. For centuries, historians dismissed these stories as myths, until an incredible discovery changed everything. In 1960, archaeologists uncovered the remains of a Viking settlement at Meadows in Newfoundland, Canada. The buildings, iron tools, and artifacts prove the Vikings had reached North America around the year 1000, almost 5 centuries before Columbus. But even the Vikings were not the first humans there. Modern archaeology tells an even older story. The ancestors of today's indigenous peoples reached the Americas thousands of years earlier. Many scientists believe they crossed from Asia into North America during the Ice Age, using a land bridge called Beringia. Over thousands of years, they spread across 2 entire continents, creating hundreds of nations, languages, and civilizations. The Maya, the Aztec, the Inca, and countless others. By the time Columbus arrived, America had already been home to millions of people for millennia. So why does history still say Columbus discovered America? The answer lies in perspective. Columbus didn't discover a new continent for the people already living there, but his voyage permanently connected Europe and the Americas. His arrival began an age of exploration, trade, colonization, and profound change that reshaped world history. That's why many history books once described him as the discoverer. Today, many historians use more precise language. Instead of saying Columbus discovered America, they say he opened sustained contact between Europe and the Americas. So, who really discovered America? The Vikings reached it centuries before Columbus. Indigenous peoples had lived there for thousands of years before either. And Columbus changed history. But he did not discover an empty land. Sometimes, the greatest mystery isn't hidden